What's up, people?
Hey, JD, how are you doing?
I'm doing good.
So this is Burnie, and this is. Why don't you introduce yourself?
JD Barnes of the 5th Armada in the Republic Army.
How old are you?
I am 12 years old.
All right, and so today I thought it'd be fun to tell you guys about a game that I used to play when I was younger. It wasn't as young as you, JD, but this game came out in 1992. It's called Star Control 2, and the reason why I want to show it to you is because I think it's a super influential game for like years and years to come. Like, we play games today that are just like this.
We do?
But yeah, like the here at the beginning here it talks about how the game starts where you're in another planet and you find an underground city where you find a race of precursors, which was this mysterious technologically advanced race that just...
That's totally not a cliche today or anything.
Well, it seems like a cliche today, right? But it's something that's like, at least for me, who knows if somebody had put this in a sci-fi novel or a sci-fi game before, but this was the first time I ever heard about it in 1992. But now it seems just like, what, like Mass Effect or Halo?
This indie game called Star Drive. There's this race called the Remnant, and they have this big ship that just walks around, that wanders around.
And in Star Drive, what's one of the main things you do in that?
You have to, like, colonize all these systems and fight all the other aliens. It's fun at first, but it's pretty fun.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's a Steam game, right?
Yeah.
Didn't that one get a lot of flack or something for...
Yeah, it's because the developer said he would do all this stuff, but he didn't, like... He said he's going to add multiplayer because it would be, like, the perfect multiplayer game. Mm-hmm. But he didn't add multiplayer. And everybody got mad about that, and they gave him negative reviews.
Why doesn't he add it now? What's the problem? Is he just stopped?
Yeah. He said he's going to take a break, and he did announce a sequel, which makes no sense because it's one of those games where you just update it, so it makes no sense. Why?
And what is your name?
Teddy Burns.
And how old are you, Teddy?
8.
Can you think of another game where there was a technologically advanced race and they just left everything behind?
No. Mass Effect.
There you go, Mass Effect. So just like Mass Effect, this game is a space exploration game. So it's got some of the elements of like a Star Drive where there's a big galactic map and you go between all the different systems. Mm-hmm. And then once you get in the systems, you go to different planets, and inside the planets, inside the solar systems, you can actually like scour them for resources.
Totally not like Mass Effect. Oh, I guess Mass Effect's similar to that in that way.
In fact, in this game, when you like go get resources, you actually go down to the planet, and that's just like Mass Effect 1. When I first played Mass Effect 1, it reminded me so much of Star Control because it was like you go down the planet in the ship, but in Mass Effect, you actually do it in first person where you're driving that Mako all over hills and stuff like that.
That was fun.
And so in this game, you do what, JD?
You find planets, and you're trying to unite this alliance against these evil squid monsters called the Urquan.
And this used to be a game that was owned by Accolade, which I think got bought by Atari. And
then Atari got bought by something else, and then bought by Atari.
Well, actually, this game they let go into open source, which is something... You've played the Game Dev Tycoon game, right?
Yeah.
So in Game Dev Tycoon, you can decide if you make your engine open source. Mm-hmm. The people who made this game did that, and then a bunch of people in 2002 made this game for modern computers. Mm-hmm. And then it got re-updated in HD in 2012. That's the game we're playing today. It's called Urquan Masters. It's not actually Star Control. They actually just took it and remade it. Mm-hmm. What's a game you'd like to see get remade?
Trying to think of one. I don't know.
What's like the first game you can remember playing?
The first game I can remember playing is like Ultra Marble something. It's where you play as this marble and you go on these courses and you try to get to the end of the course. Marble
Blast Ultra, I know it well.
Yeah.
I know it well. So this game has a really rich story. It has tons of characters. We're gonna play in a second. We're gonna play the arcade version of it, which is the ship-to-ship battle. Mm-hmm. And so every different species that they put in this game has a different ship with a specific design. It's got a primary weapon and it's got a secondary weapon. You saw some of that as well, right? Mm-hmm. What did you think about that?
I thought that was interesting. I thought the combat was too fast-paced. That like all the ships went really fast.
It was more arcade style, right?
Yeah.
But what do you think about when you play a game like this? Does it seem lame to you? Like when you hear the old music and the...
No, I think it's like... It's not the most interesting game in the world, but it's certainly pretty different from what I've played, and that's enough, I guess.
Like, what's your favorite game of all time?
I think my favorite game of all time would be like Star Wars Battlefront 2 or something like that. I don't really...
Well, that's an old game.
Yeah.
But it's not like this.
No.
Not like all flat 2D graphics and everything.
No.
But I really love it because it's like you open up that star map and you see like all those star systems that you can go to. Mm-hmm. and it seems like a really like long, complex game. There's actually a time limit to it, so you can't play it for just weeks at a time.
Oh.
It's not like Civilization. It's more like of a compact game than that, but I don't want to do any spoilers for you. In fact, when we show some of these ships, potentially some of this could be spoilers because there's a lot of alien races that you don't encounter until later in the game, so beware.
Actually, I changed my mind. I think Civilization 5 is one of the best games ever.
It is?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Well, I was playing at E3 this time. I played the new one, the sci-fi style one. I shouldn't say, actually, I didn't play it. I saw somebody else playing it, which is the way they do it sometimes, and it was like... All right, so Star Control 2...
We're not talking about Civilization, we're talking about Star Control 2.
There we go. So Star Control 2, we're starting a Game Kid series here with one of the oldest games that I've ever played, way back in the day. But very influential. This game is very influential over every other game that I've liked since then. Mass Effect, Halo... Tons of games. Star Drive, like you named it. There was a whole series of strategy games like Masters of Orion and games like that, which were strategy games in space, kind of like Civ in space. And they had star systems like this. And so Star Control is like, if you ever look at like a top list of best games of all time, you'll always see Star Control somewhere on the list, usually like in the top 50. Mm-hmm. It's a really well liked game. Okay, you want to play some Super Melee?
Yep.
Teddy, do you want to play Super Melee with us?
No.
You don't? What do you want to do?
I'll just watch.
Teddy's just going to watch us play. Okay, stand here. You can ask questions. Okay, now you use these keys. You're going to use the arrow keys.
Okay.
We're going to turn both these to human control. Do you want to be the Urquan, the fleet, the evil fleet, or do you want to be the good fleet?
Super Smash Brothers Melee.
I don't know. I want to be the... Which one has better ships?
They're both pretty well balanced, I think. I mean, they're all different. I'll help you figure out what they do, too. So.
Super Smash Brothers Melee.
No, it's not the same thing. Not the same thing. What does melee mean? Do you know? Or melee?
Yeah, it's melee.
Melee means like a sword.
So in a game, when they say a melee attack,
it means punching someone in your face.
it basically means like direct close quarters combat. That's why melee is like a punch in a shooting game.
Anything like a sword is melee.
Let's just go with Urquan versus Alliance.
Okay, these ships look pretty cool.
You want to do the lower ships. Okay, so you're going to use these arrow keys here.
Okay.
You can use the shift key and you can use the enter key. I'm going to use these keys over here.
Which one's primary and which one's secondary?
Enter is the primary weapon and shift is the other weapon. Okay. I'm just going to choose picking at random. You're going to pick the crystal. Okay, now here. Now take a second to look at it. You are the Chingensu, also known as the Urmanurmanurms. So if you hold down the primary, and let go. So when you get to your blast close to me, you can let go and it'll explode around me, okay?
Okay.
And I shoot primarily these bubbles.
Bubbles.
Now do your secondary weapon.
Loud.
It's okay, Teddy. Now that's this horrible little dog thing that'll come and chase me down, this secondary weapon. And the way the game works is your crew is basically your hit points and your battery is your power to use your weapons. Because this stupid dog keeps hitting me, and you can launch as many dogs as you want to.
So it improves your health,
and I can kill him. Yeah, so that's what your battery does. So your battery's that little red meter on the right, and my guy has a secondary weapon. You can turn to a little comet, and I can use that to ram you. Okay? So all these ships have a crazy amount of design. Like, they're all unique for every species. And so I have the bubbles, and I have the... God darn it. Get away from me. Oh, and you can use the planet, too, as a gravity well. So you can actually slingshot around the planet.
Oh, I messed up.
Alright, I'm going to come in and try to get you.
I'm going to get you first.
And you can only shoot along like the axis, like straight or diagonal, or there's there's not a lot of finesse. It's definitely an old school kind of a game.
The punching manias are attacking you.
Are my dog things considered
a what?
A crew?
No, they're not considered.
Okay, so they're not like the Urquan fighters.
Well, that cost their whole life.
And the story behind my guys is they're clones of Earthlings that rebelled and then went off and started their own society.
That's not cliche either.
Well, you say cliche, but this game was in 1992.
Yeah.
Oh, you just hit the planet.
Yeah.
All right, you took me out.
This game reminds me of that asteroid game where you run around and destroy asteroids.
Yeah, it reminds you of asteroids. Chetty, is that what you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely like probably inspired by that game, like Space Battle. Now this is the big ship for the evil guys. So they have a big blaster, and then they have the secondary weapon is it fires out all these little red ships, which hopefully you can see. And each time I launch the little red fighters, It's a pretty brutal ship.
Yeah. It's kind of like my ship. Like it has.
Brutal.
Going with the Yehat.
The Yehat, okay. The Yehat, you have a shield, and you can shoot my little red ships.
Too small.
Yeah. Keep turning. There you go. You got them. I'm not going to use those little red fighters because they are like really powerful, and this is your first time playing the game, so I'll just try to take you out with my big blaster. And your smaller ship too. If you're a smaller, faster ship, you can use the planet to slingshot your ship. Oh, I said that, and there comes the planet and hit me.
Yep.
Use the. I think the human ship is probably your best bet. The human ship fires guided nuclear missiles, so you want to stay as far away from you as possible, and then fire. And then as stuff gets close to you, like watch what happens when I fire my. Whoa! Get away! Get away! Okay, now watch this. I'm gonna shoot some of the little red ships at you, and then use your secondary weapon when they get right around you. Okay?
Okay.
Here. Okay. Wait. There you go. See?
That's convenient.
Yeah, but it's a point defense laser. So there's certain ships that, while they're not as powerful as others, they're really well balanced against certain ships. So if you had the human in your arsenal when you're fighting the Urquan, that would be a good one to do.
Okay,
But overall, the Earthling ship is not one of the most powerful ones.
No.
Because that would be, like, unfair.
Yeah.
Come on, you. Okay, this is actually a trader who you can find in the game.
I call him the Orange Peel Man.
Yeah, he'll help you, when you run out of fuel, he'll help you a lot. Oh, darn it. I actually don't know what his secondary weapon is. It looks like some kind of big blaster.
Maybe it's like an ion cannon.
But this one you can charge up until it turns blue.
Shoots emeralds. He shoots emeralds.
Oh, did that make you go crazy?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. So it looks like the secondary weapon is some.
I can go fire stuff though.
How long does that last?
I don't know. It's because you keep hitting me. Okay.
Well, I was hitting you with my primary weapon, though, not my secondary. So this is the race of beautiful women. They're called the Sirene, and their primary weapon is just a little blaster, but their secondary weapon is that they sing and they draw crew off your ship. Like, and then I can pick up the crew and add them to my own.
He only has one crew left.
Yeah, because I sang all of his crew off their ship. Oh, they're there. Either you or I could have picked up the crew. But this is the way the game works. So, like, when you're playing the game, you're going through and you're questing, and you're, like, getting missions and discovering new systems and new aliens. But then as you discover them, you can either add them to the Alliance, or you can end up fighting them if they're already part of the Urquan Empire.
That's an alien sitting on a ball.
It's a yoga alien.
Now, that's a super fast ship called the Araloo.
Can't control this.
It's hard, but it also stops dead. Nope, don't hit the planet. He has very little health.
Yeah.
But he also, the goal with him is to get in close, and his secondary weapon is a hyperspace. Yeah, so that one you don't even have to aim. You just have to get in right next to the enemy and fire, and you have an auto aim. So this is an offshoot of the Shingensu, that is part of the Urquan Empire, where I have these three kind of drones that protect me, and then I also have a really powerful laser as well. Who'd you pick? Okay, that's a fungus guy. His secondary thing uses all of his battery and regenerates crew, but then he fires like these long blasting like fireballs that chase me down.
It's a beehive guy.
Now, a strategy against my guy. This is one of my tougher ships. What you want to do is try to take out my little drones. It takes some energy to do it, but you want to try to knock them off, and then I can use them to attack you. You gotta wait till you're full up to regenerate.
Pilots are crystals.
You gonna regenerate?
Oh.
There you go. Gotta wait. It takes a while to regenerate your guys.
Your pilots are.
And my ship's a little bit faster than yours. Oh, I'm down a guy. And a lot of times when you're in melee or you're in space combat, you will use multiple ships to wear down their bigger ships. Like, this is one of my better ships, and this is one of your better ships you're about to pick. This is I don't want to talk too much about this ship because it comes later in the game. But this one, if you hold down the primary, you send out these spires and then like these spikes, and then the longer you hold it, the farther they'll stay out there. Whenever you let it go, it stops. And then your secondary weapon is like a flare, kind of like the humans, like point defense, but.
Oh, that was cool.
Oh, I got you here. Oh, almost had you. Yeah, see, like, you're going to go through a couple of your ships to take out this ship, but it'll be worth it because this is a really tough ship for me.
Yeah. What does this thing do?
He goes really fast, I think, is his... He might even be able to travel sideways with a secondary weapon. Yikes. Oh, ran me into the planet. This guy's a really good weapon, primary weapon.
His spit is his barf.
And then his spit. Oh, you mean from that weapon? Because it looks like an insect, Teddy?
Yeah.
Yeah. A supux. His primary is just a fire, but then his secondary, he leaves like a trail. Yeah, and then you're like a hot rod that leaves a trail. That the trail hurts me, almost like a Tron motorcycle.
That was exactly what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Okay, you're hurt pretty bad though.
You got that
Now this ship is just an enormous gun.
Yeah.
And so when I fire it, it's actually helps it move. Like if I need to move away quickly, I can fire at something.
It makes no sense that when you shoot the trail, it gets rid of it.
What? It's fireballs. Oh, that was good. All right, we're getting really close to the end. I got a Spathy left, and that's it.
Crazy clown squid.
Spathy's like a really funny, friendly race. You run into this one really early in the game. Uh-oh, that was lousy.
Yeah.
And he has butt missiles. Not the most mature thing in the world. Why is he fighting?
Yeah, it's funny it's funny when they come up to you to attack you. They're like, maybe we changed our mind about attacking you.
Yeah, because he fires it's a butt missile. It's an acronym for something I forget though. It's like the BUTT missile. Okay, now you have the Shofixty. He has one power where if you hit the secondary weapon once, hit it twice, it's turning red on this thing. Now the next time you hit the secondary weapon, you will explode and take out something with you. So the purpose of this ship is just to get close to big ones.
Will I win though?
And just explode. No, it'll be a draw if you explode. All you have is that little blaster and that thing, so you shouldn't win this battle. That's it. You actually did it. You actually, wow, that's crazy.
Star Fox.
So that's it. That was Star Control 2. That was the melee. So congratulations, you had a draw on your very first run at Star Control. Here, I'm gonna kill this.
If I had the strongest ship, it wouldn't be.
Here, handshake. Here, Teddy, high five. Nice. Teddy's high fives are rocking.
Yeah.
All right, Teddy, come on over here. All right. So what's the thoughts? What do you guys think about Star Control 2?
I think it's fun.
Is this a game you think you'll go back and play?
I don't know if it's a game I'll go back and play, but I'll play it a few more times and then.
What do you think if we got like a controller where you could play this game with a controller and do the melee parts with that?
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah. I think it's a great game to play because it teaches you a lot about like how you can use dialogue to drive a story and then the design of all the different species. I mean, look how many are on the screen right there. There's what? 9, 10, there's about 19 different species on screen. They all have a different look and feel. They all have a different primary weapon, a different secondary weapon, and they're all really balanced. So
yeah,
it's a fun game. You should definitely play it. I think you'd really like the storyline too. Well, that was Star Control 2. So thanks for playing with me, JD.
Thanks, I guess. I don't know.
Thanks, Teddy.
You're welcome.